I think there are definite headwinds, but we've always managed to find a way through those headwinds and become stronger. So oil is a pressure. You didn't mention currency. Obviously, we have pressures on currency. Sentiment on travel, we seem to benefit in a slowdown. People gravitate towards low-cost carriers, shorter flights, shorter breaks. I've seen at times of pressure, actually, people want to travel more to get out of some of the realities of life, and low-cost carriers do that. So there are pressures, but just like the last time, we saw an opportunity in developing ancillary income, which rode us through that. We're now in this big digital adventure, which we think will add a lot to our bottom line that will cover some of these pressures. So, and on the other side, the pressures are for everyone, so some of my competitors are hurting worse than more. So if you're a short-term investor versus a medium-term, I think AirAsia's got a lot to offer. And we'll deal with these pressures as we have done over the last 17 years.
Well, we'll talk about some of your digital ventures in just a bit, but staying in the airline sector, you just wrapped up a session here where you talked about the focus on Japan. This is not a market we often hear about AirAsia really seeing big growth in. What's the strategy here beyond just the Tokyo flights that we're seeing right now?
No, well, we obviously fly to, we fly to Nagoya, we fly to Sapporo, we fly to Osaka. We actually have a flight from Osaka to Hawaii. So Japan's a big market. And we have AirAsia Japan. That's my personal dream. And I've moved to Tokyo. I'm spending a lot more time here, staying in Roppongi. There are 100 million people in Japan. That's a lot of people. There are lots and lots of great airports that are empty. And let's face it, most people in Asia want to come to Japan. It's just expensive, and it's been hard to connect here. So while the other countries are now moving, and Japan is very much a baby, I see an enormous potential that Japan will become one of the big earners within our group. And so that's why a lot of focus. That's why I'm here, to tell our story. And
are you increasing routes?
Yeah, very much so. We're in the hands of the regulators now. They're getting comfortable with us. But we'll grow as quick as we're allowed to grow, and we think there's a huge potential.
Let's talk about the shift that we've seen within AirAsia Group. I think the last time we spoke, about 6 months ago, you were talking about this tech transformation that you're pushing. Since then, you've had a big announcement where you've announced that you will be running on Google Cloud to really integrate AI and machine learning into the platform. Are these two separate ventures as you see it? Because in some ways, you've sort of reached a peak with low-cost carriers, or do you see the integration?
Oh, no, the integration very much. AirAsia provides us all that data and all that passenger usage, which obviously we very cherish and kept within our own ecosystem to develop other businesses. The digital adventure is two things. One is digitizing the airline so that it's much easier to fly with us. We can reduce cost. We can sell better through digital. And we have two big partners, Palantir and Google Cloud, on top of Salesforce and a variety of others. Then there's a whole lot of developing new businesses. We've got a fantastic fintech business where we're going to give Alipay and GrabPay a run for their money, called Big Pay. We have a fantastic lifestyle product based on our loyalty card, Big Loyalty, which we're changing to Big Life. And then, Amazon's looking at buying planes. We have planes. We have a phenomenally huge business in logistics. Whatever happens in e-commerce, you still have to move those physical products. And so we're developing a very exciting e-commerce, e-logistics platform called Red Cargo.
Let me ask you before we let you go, we're just a few weeks out from the Lion Air crash, and as tragic as that event was, there's certainly been renewed focus on low-cost carriers, obviously more than half the market share in Southeast Asia. When you look at where things have moved, is there a sense here that the growth there has come so quickly, it's come at the expense of safety, and is that a fair criticism?
Well, firstly, I think I offer those condolences to everyone at Lion Air, the management, because I know what it's like to go through it. It's very painful, and obviously the people that have lost their lives and their families. I think, it's hard to you don't even know the cause of this incident, and yet LCCs are taking the blame. I mean, Lion Air has been blamed when we don't know what happened. We don't know whether it was a manufacturing fault or Lion Air fault or a whole lot of other issues. So it's a little bit unfair, one, to blame Lion Air, and two, to blame every low-cost carrier. But we take it as it comes, and, AirAsia, we have been IOSA approved. Safety is a marathon. No airline can say they're safe. It's a continual process of being better and better and better and mitigating those risks. But, it's a little bit tough, but we'll take it in its stride and prove to the world that we try to be the best in safety.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.